Hello guys, this is Pap from Baback at it again, and we have kind of an issue here, so I'm gonna back to this because I have to do something first. Um, the game is not functioning at the moment, like I'm not able to start the game, so I have to go for the BANLIST description, the BANLIST prediction, but hi Alligator, my friend. There's no sound because the game is not working. So I don't know actually why. But anyway, we're good because we have to go for the BANLIST prediction so we can just stay on Duel Link's meta side. So I'm gonna just put some music in. Welcome, Joseph. How was your day? Welcome, welcome. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Let me put some music in. You know what? While we wait. Games Final Mobile. Yeah, on Steam instead it's not working. Hi Isaiah, hi Winner, welcome guys. Let me put some music in the meanwhile. I usually use the game behind, but that's fine. We're gonna go for Cherie Leblanc. Okay. I'm good. What about you guys? It was, and I have to say, it was an easy Monday. It was an easy Monday, to be honest. So, kinda happy. It was like that. Easy Cup, BANLIST, predizione. There we go. Brown, welcome, man. Man, no need to feel sorry at all. Are you even joking? Like, bro, no worries. I mean, I was about to fall asleep and I was the streamer. Actually, pretty smooth. This Monday was kinda easy. Not gonna lie to you. What about yours? You're glad you survived the Shaddoll Cup. I mean, it depends on what you mean or what you technically mean survive. I was indeed dead at the end of it, so maybe I did not survive, but that's it. Guys, please don't forget to leave a like to the stream to start with. Let me actually send the alert on Discord and we should be good. Okay. We should be good to go. Yes, okay. Hi Scarlight, welcome. Monday was awful, I need a 3-day weekend immediately. Man, I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that. I mean, but I'm with you with the 3-day weekend immediately. You're in UK, right? If I remember correctly. In Spain, they're so close to the 3-day weekend, actually. Italy is so far from that. Anyway, guys, here we are, here we go. And yes, so today is BANLIST predizione. And where the heck is my stream? There you go. Don't forget to leave a like to the stream, please, and thank you. Guys on TikTok, I'm gonna... Hi, James, welcome, my man. I mean, now that the Kizzy Cup is gone, is ended forever, kinda better, not gonna lie to you. So, yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit so that people come, and then we gonna... Actually, let me open the notes so we can start writing what we have to go for for the BANLIST predizione. So, yeah, for now, guys, no game for me. Oh, makes sense, Brown. Makes sense now for all of the times you told me that you were working in the weekend. Makes sense. I hope it is worth it, my man. Okay, so what I wanted to see if actually the game can start, because again, I was having issue trying to run the game. Like on Steam, the game does not start. Let's see if that's the case. I'm gonna show you actually, guys. Oh, he actually started. Okay, never mind. It was kind of weird, to be honest. Finally started. Maybe it was just something that lasted like a minute or what. But well, let's have nice music. The one on 5Ds. Hi, Sifiano. Pepino. You know, that's like a sort of end to a name for something that is small. But I'm... Or young. I'm neither young nor small, unfortunately. But thanks for that, Sifiano. Appreciate that. Okay, let's have some music in this. And we're ready. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Hi, for me the metagame is correct. That makes sense. Did you see the changes they made to time stalling? Actually, we're gonna see those together. I'm not sure where he started from. Inactivity warnings. No, there are two things here that I mean, two things I want to consider. Yes, I did read that indeed, but I'm not sure. I mean, we'll see how it will work, but I'm not sure about it. Like, because this says, let's see together. If 30 seconds or more pass in a PvP duel without any input from the player, a warning message will now display, and that's fine. And then it says, if the player remains inactive for a further 10 seconds after the warning, they will be deemed unwilling to continue the duel and to have surrendered. And that's fine. But this does not solve the issue of kids that just want you to just waste all of your time once they know they lost, and they just stay there and make all of the time pass. If it's just okay to move the mouse or tap the screen if we are on mobile, if that is just enough, you've not solved the issue. Because if it's enough to just tap the screen or move the mouse here or just click here around like doing this to reset the seconds, then nothing will change. And people that want to waste your time will just tap the screen once every 30 seconds to waste your time, and they gonna be able to do it. So I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Now, for sure, we have solved the issue where there are some people that maybe just forgot they started a duel. Not gonna lie to you, it happened to me on Rush as well. While I was farming on Rush some missions on the PvP, I just forgot I started a duel. I went drinking some water and then I forgot, and I literally let the time pass. But, so yes, we fixed that kind of issue, if that was an issue. But to be honest, for people that want to waste your time, they're still gonna waste it, right? Hi, Proderito. Hi, Fallen Angel. Welcome, guys. Hi, Putra. We'll see, Bigod, actually. A second warning should be auto loss. Yeah, but again, this still confirms what I said like a moment ago. They can just tap to reset the timing, the timer. Okay, guys, right? We are ready. So, first thing first, please don't forget to leave a like to the stream. Please and thank you. And we're about to start the... Oh, I have 1,000 gems. Nice. And we're ready to start the BANLIST prediction. So, without further ado, let's put the notes. What is it? Cards, Mike. No. Where are the notes? Bruh. Didn't I have the notes ready in my thing? Anyway. Let me just create it so Just quickly. Wait a minute. Okay. It is like a specific window, I guess. Okay. Wait a minute, I'm gonna adjust that really quick. People on TikTok cannot see it though. So if they want to see it, they have to do something else. I know it's kind of sad. I mean, it's kind of bad to see this, but a little bit slower. I mean, this is like, why is this weird? Anyway, I'm gonna put it here, I guess. Should be like taller. Why aren't you taller? Did I adjust it somehow? Not really. Yeah, we'll try to fit everything in here. It's gonna be tough though. Ancient Gears, if they won't limit to Fortress, so they can run 3 Fortress plus Machine and Traps. Pretty simple BANLIST, need a lava column to limit 3 and put something of a Shaddoll and Utopia on there too. We'll see, actually. I mean, keep in mind, Olgider, that is a beautiful thing, and that is the most reasonable thing. So we are sure Konami won't do it. Kinda true, Fallen Angel. Hi, Pipistrello. Are you Italian by any chance? Pipistrello is a very Italian name. But it's crucial they limit Schism and limit 3 Aether Construct, Ariel, Rush, Incarnation. All of those? Or it's or? Either or, it's either end. Timer issues while annoying are not representative of the player base as a whole. Don't want to Draconian have a limit just because a tiny percent abuse it. That makes sense. Brother, to beat it is easy. We'll see. Fallen Angel. Hi, not so welcome. Hi, Freak Withil Puoff. Don't touch my Utopia skills. How about we hit Golem and Nibiru and make decks have actual archetype locks? Yeah, I mean, I'm on that. I'm on that train, my man. I'm on that train. So that people that wants to play no skills at least have the advantage of playing these very good end traps. It actually makes sense, and a lot of people will be happy about that. Not gonna lie to you, a lot of people will be happy about that. But technically, Utopia is not using their limit 1. Like, if they limit 1 the counter trap, are they using a limit 1? I don't think so, right? Ciao Ale. Ciao Ale. Ti devo salutare così, giusto, quindi allora. I'm scared of Ancient Gear meta. If they completely got Shaddoll in Utopia, you're afraid? Depends, honestly. When is the new Dark Magician support? Who knows, Joseph? I wish I knew. Anyone know what the monster above the dome is? It's for Rush, so I don't know. So true, Bigot is right. No touching of the skills, guys, 100%. Well, Duelist, I won't. I mean, I know every people wants to hit the deck. The deck is not playing, but Duelist, I remember you playing Utopia, so coming that from you is not that kind of, you know, reasonable. Like, you know, for Rhoda, so one Rhoda will hit your consistency, Duelist. Let's talk without thinking at the deck we're using. Come on, let's be honest. They did hit the burst skill. Actually, the TCG pulse is right. Like, they hit the skill, even though not that hard. After 7 mods, that's true as well. Hi, Daidoju. Okay, guys, let's actually start. Let's go on Duel Links meta, and we start to Okay. Guys on TikTok, I can't read you, so if you're watching this on TikTok, please come on YouTube. Rhoda comes in clutch. Duelist, it's a matter of maths. Just one card, one copy of a card, literally one card cannot hurt your consistency so much. Hi, the guy Luis. Okay, guys, let's start. So this is the tier list, so we can see it pretty clearly. Let's start from the Shaddoll. Oh my. This is one of the most famous version, right? Let me actually do this, otherwise you can't see it the whole thing. Do you see the whole thing now? Kinda. Like without the extra. Like if I do this, do you still see it clearly? Yeah, you still see it clearly. So, okay, this is what we have right now. Don't forget to leave a like to the stream, please, and thank you, yo. Okay. What we have here. We have hand traps. Honestly, it depends. I mean, I wouldn't hit the hand traps. I wouldn't go limiting the Nibiru or hitting the Baylor or whatever card that is. I honestly wouldn't go on that. If it was me. I mean, if you ask me. I mean, because again, Nibiru, it's not like Book of Eclipse. I make this a discussion in these reasoning every once in a while, guys. A quick play spell will always be above everything else. Because if you draw Book of Eclipse, it can be very good going first, and it can be very good even going second. Because if you go first, you just set it, and eventually it can make you survive because it's just too powerful. If you go second, it is an insane board breaker. But the same does not apply for Nibiru. Because if you draw Nibiru when you go first, I mean, it can kind of help you going second as well, that's true. But it's a little bit, I mean, it does not help that much, in my opinion. Now that I think about it, maybe yes, it does. Like, you can still use Nibiru. You can keep that in hand and use it during your opponent's turn. So maybe it's not. But does this tribute also your monsters? Yeah. So, I mean, it depends. It has a very big downside. Like, if you have the Nibiru and you go first, then you have to tribute your own monsters. And it's not like Book of Eclipse, because with Book of Eclipse, even if your opponent just plays a couple of monsters enough to go for lethal, you can still save your day with Book of Eclipse. But if you save your Nibiru and you play no monsters and your opponent just summons 2 to go for lethal, you're dead. I hope you're following me. Hi, Randy. How would you hit the skill? How would I hit the skill? Honestly, I have no idea how to hit the skill. I mean, I will just reduce consistency though. I'm not even sure how the skill works. It's just revealing a couple of cards maybe. But the core is that the deck is just too consistent now. Yam Crew, I'm not sure it's only that limit trip. Maybe even something more. No, guys, the skill is new. Guys, take out from your mind the idea that the skill might be changed. I'm sure 99%, because 100% is only death. 90%, I'm sure 99% that they would not touch the skills because they're new. So they won't do anything about it. A guard dog, in my opinion, is gonna be banned. It's stupid like Summon Breaker. True, Gator, but the point is, you're safe 100%. With Book of Eclipse, you're safe 100% unless your opponent is a Cosmic Cyclone. With Nibiru, if your opponent just summons a couple of monsters to go for lethal and you have no monsters, you're dead. I mean, maybe there's not that much of a difference as I started saying, but I think Book of Eclipse is still above. There is no that Speed Trash won't get it. What? They won't need the skill, guys. It's just so fresh. It's impossible. Most likely Salaman, great treatment, first nerf. Hi Freezy, that's actually a good suggestion. Hi Sedung. Their core is Winda, Ariel, Schism, Construct. 1 or 2 of them must be on limit 3. Probably 100%. I'm just reading the chat first, guys. Hi Chrono, probably this week. The announcement of the ban list will come this week, anywhere this week. The application of the ban list probably in 2 weeks. Okay, let's start. So, I will say they won't touch Nibiru in my opinion. I will go with I will say what does the skill give you? The skill give you construct as well. The skill gives you just too much. Wow. But does it say at 6 Shaddoll monsters, yada yada? During all your turns, you can blah blah blah. Reveal 2 Shaddoll cards in your hand. Then add 1 Shaddoll card from your deck to your hand. I mean, they won't do it. But if they happen to do it, it's gonna be add a Shaddoll monster. Not a Shaddoll card. Not a Shaddoll card. Or maybe just reveal 2 Shaddoll monsters. But they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. Thank you so much, E.G., Danny, Max, Amy, for the subscription. Appreciate that. So I will go, guys, with Incarnation to limit 3. For me, it's 100%. Incarnation to 3. It's so fundamental for them because they can dodge stuff, they can trigger monsters, they can recycle it. It's just too much. For me, Incarnation to 3. And not Shaddoll Fusion, but L Shaddoll Fusion to 3 as well. Maybe they won't touch monsters. Maybe they won't touch monsters. And Schism to 1. And this is just called so easily. Thank you so much to TCG Pulse for the subscription. Appreciate them, my man. So Schism to 1 because he has to make an impact with the Super Poly. They need to get rid of Super Poly out of Shaddolls. Schism to 1, especially because they made it in R on purpose. So my take is, that's right, Shaddoll. Let's write a bit, actually. BANLIST, Predizione, Metadone. No, Metadone no. Predizione, Big Dragone. Let's go. Do you even read what I'm writing there? It's just too... is it better now? Watching on there. A little bit more. Better now. Now should be better. BANLIST Predizione, Big Dragone. Shaddolls. Shaddolls! Shaddolls! Schism. Schism to 1. Incarnation. And let's write a little bit. Incarn and what I said. L Shaddoll Fusion. L Shad Fuse. To 3. Now, my only thing is, will they do more? They can't, guys. They're not gonna ban Winda, especially because it's part of the skill. No, Lambert, don't say that. Maybe you're right. Oh no, I think the last set is 4 monsters altogether. So I think there's something more. There could be something more. Run Great, thank you so much for subscription. Appreciate them, my man. Guys that are on TikTok again, come on YouTube. I can't read the chat on TikTok. A bit larger, so you want that to be a little bit smaller. We were talking about the notes. Oh. No, non lo faranno. Non cambia. Parti da questo presupposto, non cambiano la skill. Thanks, Sedang. I think Incarnation is just too good, honestly. They have to limit it. They have to limit it. What are the chances Konami doesn't touch the Shaddoll cards? Because it's too fresh. Just get the toxic cards out. God Dog, flip monsters to prevent spell cards. Honestly, if they do not touch the Shaddoll cards, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad. More will kill the deck too quick, you mean? You think, James? I don't know. I think Construct is the better hit since the tree, the skill gives you a copy. That's why you're not gonna do it, because that's not affect anything. That's why you don't call that. Why Konami removed some cards? What are you talking about, Alcy? Weird. No, I think actually there's gonna be more, guys, honestly. I think they're gonna eat also. I think they're gonna hit the limit too. I think we're gonna see a limit too, even though I'm not sure it's gonna work. I would probably think I was thinking about limit 2 of Wendy and Ariel, but it becomes too much maybe. It becomes just too much maybe. If I go to Wendy and Ariel, that is what I was thinking about. Even though, you know, with this, you're kind of okay. Like, you banish the Schism, you're good. With these 2-3, you also remove the Book of Eclipses. Any limited 3 card. I don't know. I don't know if I want to hit them more. No, guys, for me, Dog is not archetypal. For me, Dog is banned. Let's write it here. Guard Dog banned. 100%. Guard Dog, we can also say Catapult Turtle. Bend 100%. Even though it's not for Shaddolls. Is it better like that? Limit 3 Wendy and Idol will be the nail on the coffin in my opinion. No, if you limit 3 all of those, no, I would say limiting 2. Limit 2 Wendy and Ariel. Hi Roberto. New ban to Shaddoll and make Shaddoll tier 1 till the end of the year. Yay! No. No Speedroid ban. I don't think they're gonna deserve a ban, honestly. Shaddoll Dog? What's the Shaddoll Dog? That Weasel too? What are we talking about? What's Weasel? What's Weasel? What card is that? What are we talking about? Maybe Alex meant the hedgehog? Because there's not a dog between the hounds? I don't know. Anyway, guys. Let's stay here. Whirlwind Weasel can't activate spell trap for the turn and flip monster floodgate. I didn't see it. It never happened to me actually. If you limit Chi, Wendy and Idle, deck will still be tier 1. That's why I went for the trap cards actually. Hi Sarah, welcome. The activity, when they obtain it, it's in the box. It's the last box, Sarah, if you're talking about that. Ancient Gears on list? Probably. Duel is, it's not the way you go for BANLIST prediction. Like, you can't predict the ban depending on what you have problems with. Do you understand that? You can't say Speedroid, for example, oh no, Speedroid are fine because I know how to counter them. It does not work like that. I want to be sure that you understand how it works. If you want to win all games, go with Flawful deck. Yeah. Also, are you the secret brother of Rirukamer? Whirlwind Weasel, I don't even know what that is. Like, let's actually check. Oh, this. Flip, your opponent can activate any spell trap cards for the rest of this turn. Okay, makes sense. But did they actually use it? If they did, we're gonna do it, actually. Catapult Turtle, Weasel, Bend. And we're happy with that. Sarah, unfortunately, I don't think Mary is actually wants to. I'm not sure she will stream anything anymore. Probably she tried, but I don't think she wants to do it anymore. I'll try to convince her though. Thanks for asking about her. I just want the Lava Golem, Winda, and Flip Dog to be forbidden. Makes sense. No, Zach, I don't think they're gonna be hit. Hi, Sabuner, welcome. Hi, Ant-Man, welcome, my man. Welcome, guys, how was your day? Please don't forget to leave a like to the stream, please, and thank you. Okay, so I'm not sure I want to go with the Limit 2 as well, because if you go for the Limit 2, what do you play then? They have to play more Dragon, more Squamara, you know, like... I'm gonna put this into maybe Ariel and Wendy to 2. Let's do and or maybe Ariel and or Wendy to 2. And I'm gonna stop now for sure. I'm gonna stop there with Shaddolls. Now what we have. Tier 2 is Utopia. What do you think about that? People used Gardang and Shaddoll in Vusiku. The number 1 NA deck played it along with Subterror Link 2 to search it. Yeah, so that's just... I know it has to be banned, honestly. I actually faced the God Dog combo. Carries things. Lava Golem needs to go to 3 and limit to 3 Novel deck. So Carries things. You're really talking about a deck that had probably no representation in the Vusika top 100 and a deck that is not even considered rogue to be nerfed. Guys, please. Be reasonable. Maybe limit to Dragon Herial? Dragon for the back rows, you mean? Dragon actually could make sense. Probably Dragon. Yeah, you're right. You know what? So we say to 2 100%, not maybe, but we say Ariel Wendy, so one of the two, and Dragon to 2. That's my take. So you get Schism to 1, Incarnation and a Shaddoll Fusion to 3, Ariel Wendy to 2. Ariel or Wendy together with Dragon to 2. I think that's the way. I think that's the way you do it. I think that's the way you do it. Now this satisfies me. This really satisfies me. Oh, Morgoth already tried that. Eren got 60k DP with gears. Yeah, I'm just sad that I faced him, but he went second, so it was just that easy for him. But I know he played very well. It happens every BANLIST. People want stuff to be slaughtered. No actual reason behind that. Always like that Pep usually had the most reasonable prediction. Thank you so much, Sobrun. I appreciate that, my friend. Even though you're biased by the fact that you love me as I love you. You just killed the deck? Nah, I don't think I killed the deck. I didn't kill the deck, guys. I didn't kill the deck. I just made it a little bit less consistency to get all of the stuff they have in end, especially when they go first. So I think it's reasonable, honestly. For Honor was much more of an issue than Winda. Not sure about that, honestly, Alligator. Hi, Simone. Hot take, Utopia won't be hit. I think it will. I got top 120 with 60 games. Very nice, Queen Blade. Clay, I have the same doubt, but we'll see. We'll see, actually. Hi, Pegasus. Welcome to the creator of the game. I think that's a lot for Shaddoll. They just released the support. I don't think they will go hard on it. That's the only reason. So maybe we can just leave them maybe here, but just because it's just so fresh. But keep in mind, there's another thing to take into account. They will push new cards and a new meta for the second part of the words, because they want people that actually that actually passed the first step of the qualification to the words. They want them to spend, of course, the money, the gems on the new decks. So keep in mind that the meta is going to change anyway in a month or two before the words. That is guaranteed. Makes sense, that guy is. Current things, I have to ask you this. What are you playing with? Box cards just limited. I hope that they free the birds again. Oh god, no, please. Pep, what place did you get in the world and on Europe? My peak was 27 or 28 in Europe, and I think it was 200 something in the woods. But then I ended up falling down. Okay, this is Shaddolls. Let's go on. Utopia! Okay. That's way different here. Like, what do you hit here? What do you hit here? The problem is, you either limit the Leos, but then, I mean, limiting to 2 the Leos could kind of make sense. Just because if you limit to the Leos, then if they have to use the skill again, they're forced to summon trash, like Utopia Ray Victory, like the other thing that we got, or I don't even remember the name. Because hitting the new cards, limiting them at 3, I don't see that happening. I mean, they're definitely limiting 1 numbers protection because it's a counter trap that you can search. So this limit 1 is 100% happening. But you know what? It's the first time that I kind of think they might change the skill and tell you that you cannot tribute monsters or something like that. That's the first time I have this kind of feeling. Yes, but that's just the story of the game. Numbers, protection, and lava golem to 1. That could make sense, but I don't know. I don't see them actually hitting the lava golem. you qualify for the KC Cup? No, Mikasa, no. I'm not a good duelist, unfortunately. Hi, Guillermo. So true, Guillermo. That's why. So, actually, Guillermo got a good point here. Like, the point is, even if you limit one lava golem, they're gonna play more kaijus. They're gonna play the sphere mode. So, honestly, it doesn't make sense. Honestly, I really think if they want to change this, they have to hit the skill. There's no other way. They have to hit the skill. How do you do this? How do you fix this trash going second that just tributes your stuff? I'm a little bit sad if they actually make it so you can't tribute, because that means I can't play my Cyber Dragon version with by tribute summoning the Galaxy Soldier. That will still feel bad. I don't know, Rexas. Utopia isn't the only deck to abuse Lava Golem. There are other decks that abuse it, so it makes sense either way. No, because I'm gonna tell you something else. Utopia is the only deck that plays triple Lava Golem in a deck of 20 cards or a little bit more. But for example, if you talk about the other deck that plays Lava Golem, that is Nouvelles, right? They play 30 cards. They play at least 30. They always play 30 cards. So the Lava Golem is not as consistent as this. But I think I will change the skill. Honestly, I will change the skill. That's right. So Utopia. Skill change. So that they contribute. Or at least if they say you contribute monsters your opponent controls, something like that. And then 100% numbers perfection to 1. Sarah, that's another idea. They will be Utopia 100% not happening. It was just released in a structure deck, people spending money to get it, so not happening 100%. True, but Bakashi is less devastating, to be honest. Annoying still. True, but I don't know. I think they would just fix it with the skill, honestly. I think they will lock you to light or water to the main deck, and that could actually make sense. Actually, that's a good option. Like, what if we just... They can tribute. Or they can just play light warriors. In main. Hi Snake Eyes, welcome. I don't see James the hit on the extra deck because they're moving towards releasing the extra deck somehow. Protection to 1 achieves what? That's actually a good thing to say, because now you see they only play Rhoda, so I mean, just because it's an omni negation and they're doing it with almost everything that is searchable or easily summonable. Yeah, Guillermo, that's true. I think that they need to touch a skill in this case. Skill won't get touched, Pep. Just look at Dragonic Contact. That's true, but for heroes, it was a matter of drawing. Like, putting the Shaddoll and Liquid to 3 was the move to make them draw less and brick more, and in fact the deck just fell apart. Because you can't play more heroes, you're forced to play the Sheesh heroes, or you're forced to play 20 cards, that means less staples. So keep in mind, if you want to play the really heroes that are needed, you can just play 6. It's 2 Stratos, 1 Liquid, and 3 Emergency Call. The other is just trash. And then you're forced to play level 10 just to activate the skill, but that won't help you going for the draws and stuff. So they didn't change the skill because limiting at 3 those cards actually made sense in order to make the deck fall apart. But now, and plus, Stratos and Liquid were monsters that were released a long ago. But now, these are just new. Now, I can't see them hitting the Armored Sage just because it's old. We know that's not the issue. And I don't think they're not gonna touch the Ascended Sage of the Utopia because they're new. And there's nothing else you can really hit, in my opinion. So no. I think they have to change the skill. Now, they either go for the fact they can't tribute, so no Kaiju, no Lava Golems, or they can just play light warriors in the main, or it could be just that even some, I don't know, they think about some limitation in the extra deck, even though, I mean, guys, the problem is Leo. The problem could be Twin Saber. Maybe they could do numbers protection Twin Saber to 1, but that could feel like a lot. Like if you say numbers protection and Twin Saber to 1, that could be too much. Just because I think people are always choosing numbers protection at this point. It would just result in Twin Saber being not a thing anymore. Honestly, you can only hit the skill to me. No, I'm not sure about this. I don't actually feel it. I don't feel it. Snake Eyes, they already did in the past. I agree with you that this will be very, very quick. Like, probably too quick. But honestly, it feels like the only thing you could do. If you could play 2 strategy to Liquid, the deck will be played again. 100% agree. Yeah, you're right, James. If you actually put the Twin Saber, I mean, not sure it dies. I mean, you still have 2 negations of monsters with the 2 Leos, plus numbers protection. There is an Omni negation, plus, I don't know, Eagle Claw, or you can make one of your boys untargetable, like with the Tornado Bringer, but still. I still think that it's not happening. And Zach, you're right as well. The equip cards are not, maybe just light monsters, maybe. Maybe we can adjust into just light, not warriors, just light, so they can play Lava Golem. But there are Kaijus, though, that are light, but that is still manageable, though. Will Dueler escape the ban list this time? I don't think he can. I mean, I don't think he's gonna be hit. Simply because if you hit Dueler, that is like telling people that they need to play Shaddolls. Light Warriors, ZS, and Zivu monsters. Okay, that is even better. Actually, Zach, I can play Light Warriors even... I can play Cyber Juggernauts even with Light Warriors, Zach, because Galaxy Soldier is Warrior, so... But that's not the thing, I mean... If they hit Dueler, they will murder Shaddoll. No, the contrary, actually. If they hit Dueler, they're gonna make Shaddoll become even more powerful, guys. Yeah, Putra, but good luck drawing them. I mean, even I had no problems when I drew the Book of Eclipse. But for all the other 99 matches, when you don't draw Dark Hole and you don't draw the Book of Eclipse, plus it's not true, because you have to draw at least 2, because there's numbers protection. Unless you're playing against bad Utopia players, though. Exactly, Cosmic Gazer. Like, is Utopia face-up really that bad for you guys? Duelist, you told me you play Utopia, so your opinion on Utopia predictions are not valid. I'm sorry. I have to tell you that. You literally told me that I don't know, it was maybe Speedroid do not need heat because you have no problems with them when you play with your Utopia. So you're not a valid. You do not have valid opinions on this. You're not accountable for this. If they don't hit Driller, all other floodgates are safe. It depends, like because under Driller you can still play your game. Under Driller. But under Winda, you can't play your game. That's just different. Even Herald is better. I mean, it's a little bit. It makes you breathe. Winda does not make you breathe, guys. That's the problem. That's the problem. Also, Rexas, you just pointed out something I forgot to say. That's super important. 100% guys. Utopia played face down. 100%. As they did with almost everything. So the Utopia, they play with the skill face down. So they flip it up and you can do something before they use Numeron Force. I think that is more than reasonable. More than reasonable. What else we have then? Speedroid and Ancient Gears. I use different decks against Speedroids, and if you don't have a meta deck, you will lose most of your games. Honestly, Wilfred, can you tell the same for every other meta deck? Like, if you don't use a meta deck, you lose against Shaddolls. If you don't have a meta deck, you lose against Utopia. If you don't have a meta deck, you lose against Ancient Gears and Speedroid as well. So I don't think I got the point. Leo's Negate is not too powerful. It is limited to the effect on the field and has to target which is exploitable. That's true, but the fact that it's not even a hard once per turn and you can play 2 or 3, it's still too much. I mean, Dueler 2-2 could make sense just because we don't really have cards limited to 2 that are important. Speedroid, same thing with the flip. Well, you mean when they play the Clearwing Synchro Dragon? Yeah, 100%. Honestly, Gator, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Why? Why not implementing that straight away? Why? I don't know. I don't know, honestly. James, 100% agree. They need to flip the Clearwing. 100%. 100%. Monsters played by skill should be set. Leo needs the same treatment as Dragostapelia. I mean, I was about to say Dragostapelia is easier to summon. But technically, with the skill we have, Leo is easy as well. But I don't know. Like, that feels like too much to me, but the truth is, you got a point. Like, you got a point. Dueler to 2 does nothing. Dueler basically win condition against Shaddolls. Guys, you can't expect to eat the win condition against the tier 1. Exactly, Rex says. Utopia face down like Flare and Winda like Takio never come back. What? Takio never come back? What you mean? We agree on that. Speedroid's ceiling is way lower than Utopia, 100% agree. Drosabella is one of. I know. But I think it's there just because also you can easily bring him back from grave also with the keep spell that they have. So I still think like that also if you the way you summon it, like keep in mind also that a Cosmic Cyclone turns off Leo. Like if you hit the Zivu arm he's equipped with, he's dead. Like he has no effect. He can't negate effects and cutting off attacks. Don't forget about it, guys. So that's why I think that's the difference, because he's gonna stay there. It's gonna stay there. The Photon removal? Oh, you mean with Winda? Even though Photon Lord and right now, guys, can just come back. We have so many effect negation. He can come back now. At least limit 1 as Crystal Wing. It makes sense. It's probably the same thing. Maybe a little bit less. Makes sense, Travis. Now I got it. Do you think if they bring back the first Tachyon skill, it will be playable? What's the difference with the one we have now? I don't remember. Yeah, Cosmic, that's a lot. That's true, that's a lot. But, I mean, a lot of decks going second have, anyway, a lot of things going on, you know? Dragosapilia can negate an entire board with Predablast. It's more powerful than Leo. I mean, not really for that, but for the reasons I said before. But yeah, I mean, I agree Dragosapilia is better than Leo and it deserves the limit 1 rather than Leo. Unlimit every red dragon card so they can compete in meta again. No? No. Exactly. Leo without the Zivu is a vanilla monster. Exactly what I was saying, guys. That's the thing. It's really stupid. Let me guess. What should that you play? Shaddolls? I don't know, guys. For Salamangreats. Let's move on from Utopia. Yes. True. We have Ancient Gear Speedroid. Ancient Gears. Now, is true Ancient Gears just went... There are some Ancient Gears in the top 100. The point is, how do you hit this? You can probably hit just the Ancient Gear Fortress. That's the only thing that saves Ancient Gears. I mean, if you think about it. And this list doesn't even play the limited tree, to be honest. So even if you go in Ancient Gear Fortress to tree, I'm not sure that it's gonna help. Yeah, but I mean, I was playing Book of Eclipse, that's true. But most of the lists don't even do it, don't even play limited tree. As you can see here, they're playing Droplet mostly. Not even Book of Eclipse. Book of Eclipse was just my idea. Honestly, I don't see that happening. Like, what's the point? If you even if you limit 3D Fortress, they still keeping they just play 2 actually. So I don't know. I don't know. Like, are we sure Ancient Gears deserve a thing like Limit 3 Fortress and Tinker, for example, or Limit 3 Fortress and Statue? Are we sure Ancient Gears are just at that level? Kali, I kinda agree with you. Kinda true, Getter. Ancient Gear Duel to Limit 2. To release it. That can make sense. I mean, it depends, because if he has performed too good, they won't buff it. They won't buff it. Plus, Natsu is kinda right. Ancient Gears do not have that crazy of a turn 1, to be honest. They can't set cards mostly, if they go full combo. They just rely on Xyz. Fortress is a structure deck card, that's true, but it's so hold. Let me see one thing. Ancient Gear going second is like just OTK him. That's why I'm actually in doubt if putting something on the ban list or not. That's why I am actually in doubt, and I don't know. Guys, it's still not time for Unlimit. We say no to this then. No limits on this. I mean, you know what? Actually, Gator is right. I will do this. Ancient Gears. Ancient Gear Duel. 2-2. Simply because... in this case, you can play 2 Ancient Gear Duel, but no Kyroid, no Train, or you can keep on playing 1 and 1. This actually makes sense to me. This is something. I will say yes to this. I will say that. What else? Speedroid. I honestly can't see Speedroid getting hit. Have you all seen Eren's turn 1? He can end on Dweller, and that's fine, and like 3 entraps. Begot. Please mention only the things he can search, not the thing he can hope to draw. Because if you're talking about getting Veiler or I mean, he can get one hand trap for sure. That is the one that he searches with the engine, no, with the Gear Gigant, right? Gear Gigant, I think is the name. So he can get the train or the Kyroid, and that's fine. And then he can end on Dweller, and that's fine as well. And 3 end traps. So apart from the Kyroid, what are the other 2 end traps? And if you mention me cards that cannot be had, but that he has to draw, please. Keep in mind, Ancient Gears are 100% 30 cards list. Bigot says, isn't strong tier 1 strong, but if you nerf the other decks, he will go up in tiers. And it makes sense, guys. We will always have a tier 1 at a certain point. I know what you mean, Soberner. But keep in mind that it's a little bit like Schism. Like, we want that to 1, but because Schism also removes monster from the field. At least Ancient Gear Duel just summons stuff and protects. It does not remove your stuff. Hi Hawk, welcome. Yeah, that's true. Well, we can just maybe check this thing. The most played cards, right? This is better. This is better. So, but honestly here, guys, what do you hit, honestly? I know that if you don't hit anything, Speedroid is gonna climb the tier list. I know that's gonna happen, but it's natural. Like, if you hit the top tiers, other decks are going to climb the tier list. It makes sense. It's just how it works. You take out the tier 1, the tier 2, and the tier 3 you can just climb, unless more cards are released. Like, what do you hit here? Like, the most they can achieve is still one effect negation and 1 spell trap negation, plus a back row, and it's still nowhere near to what Utopia can do or to what Shaddolls can do. So I honestly, I don't know. The turn 1 is way better than Ancient Gear turn 1, but I don't see them being hit. I don't see them being hit. Like, how do you hit them? Anything just feels too much. The list that in place has the Infinitrack monsters to let you recycle and draw 2, and that's fine. He plays 1 Infinitrack monster, and if he does not draw the Infinitrack monster in his 4 initial draws, he can just draw 1 card with advance. So, are we really talking about something consistent? It's 1 card in a 30 card list that he can try to get just with 1 draw. Please, think carefully about what you're talking about. It's not the heart of a turn 1 combo. Man, I've got that myself. I know what Ancient Gears can do. I played Ancient Gears for 100 duels in this meta. And yes, going second, they can just be insane. But the turn 1, bro, it sucks. It's just bad. You can hope to draw the Vaders. You can hope to draw the Book of Eclipse. But and you can hope to draw the Infinitrack. And guess what? You cannot play triple Infinitrack Tunnelier. You just can't, because it would be just a brick. Taketomo to limit 3, guys. I think it's too much. I don't think Speedroid deserves a hit. I think they need to shine first before you can actually think about a hit. I'm guessing a lot of people hate Speedroid. Yeah, Saburner, exactly. I mean, I think it's just a matter of being reasonable. Saburner is right here. I mean, if you're reasonable, you don't touch them. Like, what do you do? But I mean, limiting 3 would be just too much, in my opinion. They're not so strong. They deserve to lose access to limited 3 spell trap cards. Honestly, their skill is arguably more broken than Shaddoll's. Which skill are you talking about, Carolus? That's so true, Rexus. That's true. Gears turn to TK is unmatched. That's what I'm saying, and that's true. I mean, you were talking about the turn 1 Pigat. That's why we were not agreeing, because you said they're gonna end on Dueler and 3 Entraps. No, that's not what they can end on. That's luck. The only thing guaranteed is probably Dueler, but that can break, trust me, because I found that myself. So they can for sure end on Dueler and 1 Entrap that is a shitty battle trap, because battle hand trap, because it's the train or it's the Kyroid. Okay? The other stuff is hope. The other stuff is just hope and nothing more. On the turn 2, we completely agree. They are the best deck right now going second. He searches with the Ancient Gear cards, lets you add any machine with 500 attack, and who's the target? You can't add Kyroid with that. You can't add the train, because they do not match the attack and defense. The Infinichuck is searchable. With the gearbox? Oh, you're talking about the gearbox, the Tunnelier that can be searched. So they are guaranteed, I mean guaranteed. Yeah, we can say it's guaranteed they can have the draw 2. But still no hand trap. I mean, it's not guaranteed the end traps. Yeah, Riku, but you have to, I mean, we have to face them. We know how it works. People will always cheer for their decks and will always claim that decks they lose against needs to be nerfed. It's just how it works. Yugioh is always about hope, mostly. Also, another thing, guys, that you need to keep into account. So Border now just made me remember that, guys. The turn 1 of Speedroids just ends on Clearwing and Link Monster if you just have a Veiler and you hit if you stop the Link Monster. They just lose so much. I play Shaddoll and I think it's Cancer, and we agree on that. How many gems are you at right now, Pap? I am at 8k. Now I'm still farming the Rush Go Wood to get all of the stage missions done. The only players mad about Speedroids are Shaddoll players. Why? Why Shaddoll should have problem against Speedroid? They should put Yo-Yo to 3. No, guys, I don't think so. I think it's too much. How do you even break with Speedroid? They can play half of the deck of back rows and still put an oppressive board. Carlos, the question is simple. Did you ever bother to play Speedroid? Because no, that comes from something I never played the deck. Guys, I've played. The only deck I've not played enough is Shaddolls, but I've faced it enough times to understand that it's just too much for Shaddolls. All of the other decks that are on the tier list, I played them, so I know how they works. Okay. It's all possible with just Tanker and Dark Golem. You mean the double draw and the Driller, right? So we're talking about draw 2, Driller, and a Battle Entrap, right? Top 6 WCS is Speedroids. It's not how high it end on, guys, but more of the representation of the deck. Like if on the top 100, 50% is Speedroid, except Speedroids to be nerfed. If on the top 100, 50% is Shaddolls, except Shaddolls to be hit. But if on the top 100 you see 5 Speedroids, 5 Shaddolls, 5 Ancient Gears, nothing's gonna happen. Olgair is so right. Shaddoll needs a buff. I think you're joking. You shouldn't have spent gems on Shaddolls. Sorbet, I really hope... No, I want to say I don't want to say anything. Because I've repeated it so many times that I started to be annoyed by myself. I said so many times in these 2 weeks, guys, it's the Casey Cup. Do not spend gems now. Guys, it's a Casey Cup. Do not spend gems now. In the week after the end of the Casey Cup, we got the ban list. Stuff is gonna be hit. Save your gems unless you are content creator or unless you are willing to qualify for the VCS. I saw him running 3 droplets, 2 Book of Eclipses, and 3 Cosmics. And what's the problem with that? But did you muster them? I mean, kinda. I actually played also a lot against them, guys. And I think they're very low. Like, keep in mind, even Ancient Gears turn 1 could handle Speedroids. Most of the times it was just Driller to prevent them from going full combo. I don't think they will fix that, honestly, Zanaido, because it's too casual. Like, especially if you like, keep in mind that the skill of Esparoba works only if he goes second. Like, if Esparoba goes second, the skill works. But if they go first, nothing works. So they just lose 1 card. So it's not convenient for them. It's something that actually is gonna stop eventually, naturally. If Shaddoll dies, then Speedroid should die too. Carolis, again, what do you play? Hi Manuel, welcome. That's actually the worst thing. Sorbet. I mean, I just put Ancient Gear Duel to do, but it's maybe more of a buff, probably. We want Shaddoll to be unplayable. No, guys. Any deck should be playable, because that's what the game is about. No deck should be unplayable. That's not the spirit. Everyone should be able to play the deck he loves and deserves to have a chance to win any game. That's what I think. In an ideal meta where everything is perfect, any deck can stand a chance to do something, and there is a chaos, and you cannot predict what you're gonna face, what your next opponent's going to play. That's the ideal. So no deck should be unplayable. No deck should be. Not even Orcus, that I hate them so much, but not even Orcus should be unplayable. Honestly, Wilfried, I I honestly wouldn't say they will dodge the ban list, because it feels like they deserve it and they just dodge it. I don't think they deserve it, honestly. Like, it's like you want to anticipate things happening, and you just can't. You can't hit Shaddolls and Ancient Gears now, because you know that if they hit Shaddolls and Utopia, they're gonna rise. You can't do this. You have to wait. Actually, you have to see if Konami is gonna release more support. So you can't just hit Shaddoll, you can't just hit Ancient Gears and Speedroids now, because you know that if Shaddolls and Utopia gets nerfed, they're gonna rise. It's not how it works, in my opinion. I agree with that, Bigot. I agree with that. I agree with that. Honestly, Bigot, I think they are a step ahead. They are a step ahead simply because Ancients was a matter of how many interruptions. Shaddolls is not only about how many interruptions, but also floodgates. So they can have both floodgates and an insane amount of interruptions. At least with the agents that had like Void Ogre, the Master Hyperion, the other guy that could flip down something, that was okay. I mean, actually, without thinking about the guy that negates spell card, that was just no sense. Facts, Pap. Even Dragonic Contact players have a right to play their deck. No, Algator, you're misunderstanding me. Not at all. Dragonic Contact should be erased from the face of this earth, and Konami should just give us hero players a chance to play heroes in the correct way. Let us just play heroes, not Draconic Contact. Erase Draconic Contact from the earth and let us play heroes, please. Please. Who knows, Audrey? Sea level is a resonator, Francisco. Makes sense. That's Rexus, that's so true. I don't know, that doesn't make sense, honestly. It really doesn't make sense. But also, you know what was the sad thing about it? That they do the stupid Armored Dragon thing to promote the Armenios, and no one played the Armenios. So how do you not understand that that was a complete failure? That was a complete failure in the moment people do not play Harmonios, because you're putting the Armenios in and the Rainbow, you're putting the Armored Dragon in and the Rainbow Dragon in because you want to promote Armenios and Rainbow Neos. But at this point, they could just take out the Armored Dragons, because I think the first intention, the purpose of all of this was them promoting Armenios and Rainbow Dragon and Rainbow Neos. Now, for Rainbow Neos, you've done it just because you can't really play Rainbow Dragon in that. But with Armored Dragon, they completely failed because no one has played Armenios. No one. Even the real Glue Eater, like they just press button randomly, even them, even those players do not play Armenios. So you completely failed with that thing. It makes no sense. No worries, look at it. This is a safe place, guy. You can write whatever you want. It's a safe place. And you'd rather summon Rainbows anyway. That's so true, Audrey. That's so true. The fact that they gave them the effect, honestly, was just the most stupid thing they could do. Now that's what the new degrade. That's what has become. That's what has become, and it's so sad, honestly. That is so sad, guys. We have to go for the funniest part now. We have to go for the funniest part now. And meanwhile, on TikTok, guys, thank you so much for the following. Also, the donation. Thank you so much, guys. Unfortunately, I couldn't read the chat so far. So thanks to all that actually supported. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Okay. Where are we? Let's go with Unlimit.
It's Unlimit time! It's Unlimit time!
Let me get my gems first. No. Guys, this is the secret to get the gems. I hope you do this at least once a day. Card catalog, right? Oh, that's just a mess here. Forbidden. We all agree it's fine. Forbidden. Flood. I mean, I'm still kind of the hate grenade. Like hate grenade would be good to come back because it's still a risky play. You know what I mean? This is still a risky play. It's like playing a Cyclone a little bit better, but it could be useless. But let's stay there. But anyway, I honestly think he can come back, but he won't. But I still think he can come back. Do you want to give a G's grenade? That is actually a good point of view. You're right. Out of the bottom left, Pap. The bottom left. What do you mean the bottom left? You mean in the notes? Or what? Simona, you can... I don't know. Maybe it's not here anymore. Never mind. What you mean, Sadang? Ah, there's a battle for the entire BANLIST limits. Oh, this. Oh, wow. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Okay. So, we want to be quicker, so. Okay, nice. Perfect. Forbidden is okay. Limited 1. I think it is to 2, but we said that already, right? We said that already. What was the cancerous combo with Beatrice? What was the cancerous combo with Beatrice? Why did we get this? Because of Super Poly and zombies, am I right? So he has to stay there. Super Poly and zombies is just a bad thing to happen, right? So I'm sorry for Beatrice. This has to be banned. This has to be banned. Champions Vigilance. You know what? They could actually release this just because now we have only negations and at least Battle Chronicle decks could make kind of a comeback. Like these are 3 with Battle Chronicles deck to make sense. Like a limited 3 drop card. Honestly, I would release it as a limited 3 drop card. Because Blue Eyes and Dark Magician are right now completely dead. So if you do this, at least they can have a sort of a comeback. Am I saying something absurd? Crystal Wing, Bravery, Wolfray Unlimited. No, it's not happening. But Wolfray? Let's talk about Wolfray. Because Wolfray, you know, Wolfray could be unlimited in my opinion. So, these 2 3 for me. Stay where you are. I don't even know. Oh, guys. Like what? Why this thing is limit 1? Just tell me why this thing is limited 1 for the love of cheese. For everyone who loves cheese. What the hell is player is doing in this freaking limited 1? It doesn't negate. It's not even that genetic because it requires you 2 level 5 light monsters. What the heck are we talking about? Once per turn's effect, return to hand, and it's just 2 times. It's a 2 times effect. After he's gone, it's 2 level 5. Why? Rank up spell exists? True. Can you even summon this with a rank spell? Like, are not the rank spell just with the Xyz? Don't they have something like that? Like, and anyway, this is not even a negation. This is not even a negation, guys. Yes, Burner, it was good back then. But now this needs to be released, guys, 100% for me. Cyber Dragons, I mean, the point is, Cyber Dragons will trade this for the Chronomaly Vimana. So they're trading 1 bounce for 1 effect negation. And I'm not sure that is, like, I will think sometimes maybe it's better Vimana than the Pleiades. Like, for example, against Shaddolls. Against Shaddolls, you want to have Vimana, you don't want to have Pleiades. So, as long as, you know, you can think and you have doubts between summoning one and another, I think it should be okay. I think this needs to be released, honestly. Limit 1, I think this is fine, like we are on that road. Limit 1, the good negations. So, Limit 1, this is toxic. Limit 1, I don't know what that is. OTK combos. This makes sense because otherwise people with a magic cylinder would just go crazy. Okay. Felgron. Yeah, Felgron stays here because it's technically a negation, even if it's kind of bad. But it's a negation, so it stays there. Negation. I understand why. Floodgate. Stall. Negation. OTK. Don't even know. Makes sense. Yeah, because this... Wow, did no one think about playing this against Shaddolls? Cannot change the battle position though, but they can flip in defense position, so no, never mind. Judging Edge God, okay, super okay. Okay, I'm in negation. What? Yeah, man. Makes sense. Lady Lusk, Tornado. Hyperion. Like, Hyperion is like Pleiades, more or less. I mean, it's not a negation, it's just a banish. And also, it's not a quick banish like Magnifica. It's just a banish when your opponent activates a current effect, so you can banish only in response. Honestly, this should be free, in my opinion. This should be free. But it's good to bounce construct or anything else if you talk about Shaddolls. That's true, but it won't prevent them from summoning it again, or it won't prevent from activating the effects of the construct. So there are a lot of, you know, good things and bad things to take into account. Yeah, Ptolemaeus it's another mystery. All I want to say one, we totally agree about that. That's the road, and that's okay. Hyperion is very similar to Berserker the Tenny. That's true, even though you can just target something else. But honestly, this does not deserve the limit 1. I understand it back in the day, but now it just doesn't make sense. This should be free. So Reborn. Omni Negation stays there. 1 for 1, I think it opens to some crazy combos. Braver Dragon is a negation. Dragon Stapili is a negation, even though not as good, but they are negation, they're good. Hydra Toxic. Genetic Searcher. Salamangreat. I won't release Salamangreat just yet. I will wait for another meta and then I will try to see if I can release something. Honestly, because I think if they nerf Shaddolls and Utopia, like under Ancient Gears and Speedroid, what do you think that is? I think Salamangreat are there. Salamangreats are there. To be honest, Bravery is almost in the same spot as Leo. Without an equip, it does nothing. Yes, that's true. But Braver and Summon gives you 3 equips. Equips that actually can start so many other plays. Like Leo gets his stupid Zivu arms, and that's fine. Just 1. Leo on Summon gives you 3 options, and those options can lead to so many more things. So no, I think Braver has to stay where it is. At least, of course, guys, these are always my opinions. Don't forget about that. I'm not the Oracle, of course. What else we have? Omni Negation, OTK, Floodgate. I don't even know. Like this now. Why in the world is this still in the limited section? Is there any crazy skill that makes you win? I don't think so. I think this should be released. Honestly, these should be released. Wolfray, in my opinion, as well, guys. I don't know. Maybe you don't agree, but I think Wolfray should be free. I think Wolfray should be free. It's true that it's generic, but it's so easy stoppable right now. It enables certain skills. Yeah, but now the skills that are activated with the life points are not that good anymore. Wolfray might be too generic. Yeah, but before he actually reaches the point when he can actually shuffle everything, you have to do a lot of stuff, first thing first. And the second thing is that if your opponent goes first, it's just another thing to take care of. Like you will never be able to use Wolfray during your opponent's turn to get rid of so much stuff, because now we are in a meta where you can just go step by step and start negating stuff, start getting reading your stuff. Like, think of Utopias now, or think about Shaddolls. Shaddolls can just start with Shaddoll Dragon and bounce it, and you get nothing out of this. I mean, you can use that in response, and you get the Dragon Shuffle in the deck, and that's it. And you can start again. With Utopia, Numeron Force is already dead, so you have to use the Wolfray on the first 2 summons, I guess, or your opponent can just start with the Numeron part, and you're forced to shuffle everything, and they can do the combos. So it's just, I don't know, I don't think it's that toxic in my opinion anymore. Gonna be honest with you. I think it can be released somehow, even limited 2, who knows, but not limited 1. It does not deserve it. Storm, I get it. It's a Omni Negation. Even this thing, like, this thing can summon anything. No one plays this. Like, how Konami cannot see that no one is playing this? No one is playing this. Just release it. It does nothing. The only good thing was play this in Satellite Knights, and it's not even it's not even a negation. Just release this thing, boy. Like, it doesn't make sense. Guys, this is an Omni Negation that negates all of the stuff in the chain. Are you crazy? That's to say what it is. No jokes. No jokes. Understandable. What? Okay. Topologic Bomb Dragon. This is not once per turn, that's the problem. Okay, I get it why it's limit 1, because it's not once per turn. Never mind. Rafflesia, Tuning Gum, we know why. Void Ogre, we know why. Seal Negation. Secret. Concentrating Current. Yeah, I can enable some OTK, so now I get it why it's there. Overflow, okay. Barrier, okay. At this point, with all of the crazy boards we have, Infinity Launcher could go at 3. With all of the crazy boards we have, Infinity Launcher could go at 3. That's my take. Okay. Let's see if there's something else. Pulse Mines, it's toxic as Rainbow Life, makes sense. Barrow with the Anchor, Rustle, Whirlwind, Feast, Book of Eclipse, Traps, that's fine. Stratos and Liquid, unfortunately, are fine where they are. Strong in Prison, Mind Control, Another Servant, Horror. I don't know. Do we have even anything else that could be released? Probably we're fine with this. Dragonity spell. What is the Dragonity spell? Oh, this one. You're probably right, because the deck is not played. They could just release this. You're right. It just I didn't notice it because I never played Dragonity. Whirlwind would come off the BANLIST in my opinion. Oh, you mean this? Yeah, Black Rose, or anything you do is just gonna be stopped anyway at this point. Star Seraph, kinda, I don't know. I think they're okay where they are. I think that's it, honestly. I think that's it. Remember, Stratos and Liquid and delete Dragonic Contact. Oh, that's something I would put my signature on 100%. But they're not gonna do it. 100% give me Stratos and Liquid free and just take your freaking trash Dragonity skills. Dragonic Contact skill. I agree with Revolver. Unlimited? Compulsory? No, it's still a bounce with no cost. When will the BANLIST come out, Pep? I think in this week we will have the announcement in the in-game messages, and then probably the BANLIST will be applied in 2 weeks as always. 2 or 3 weeks. The Eden City should be free now. Subterrors are okay where they are. Actually, I don't remember if it was last KC Cup or the one before. The BANLIST actually happened on Tuesday, so like the day after, like tomorrow technically, but so even tomorrow could happen. Who knows? You can release Treacherous Trap Hole, in my opinion. Probably you can, but maybe they won't do it because of Rafflesia. So maybe no. That would be nice, Moonman, actually. Exactly, because exactly got the point. Subterrors are fine when they are. Exactly, Gator. You got my point. Guys, so we are really about it. Like, this is what? This is my take, as you can see here. BANLIST Predizione Big Dragone. So, let's read this again one more time and let's call it a day. Okay? So, we said Shaddolls, Schism to 1, Incarnation and the Shaddoll Fusion to 3. Yeah, I don't know the limits. No, because the limits won't happen. It's always a surprise, so they're not gonna happen. That's why I didn't write it. Because it becomes more of a wish list. Ariel, Wendy, and Dragon 2-2, that could happen as well, together with the things we said before. Guard Dog, Catapult Turtle, and Weasel Bend, because they're just Floodgate. For Utopia, the Utopia Xyz played by the skill has to be played face down, so you have a window to react. before they play Numeron Force. And the skill change so they can't trip it, or they just have to play light monsters in the main deck. Or whatever you want, light warriors, light monsters, light and Zivu arms, however you want to see it. Number protection to 1 just because it's an omni negation and prevent them from playing limited 1. For Speedroid and Ancient Gears, nothing apart of the fact that monsters played by skill should be set. And Ancient Gear Duel to 2. That someone could see as a buff, some other could see as a nerf, but I think that's what I will do. Least 1 for 1, no, because I think it could lead to some crazy toxic one-turn kill, first-turn kill decks. The light restriction is ridiculous, not gonna lie. Why, Duelist? You will take out only your Lava Golem, basically, because you can still play the Kaijus. So, why is it ridiculous, Duelist? Please, motivate your statement. Or you can just directly say, because I want to keep on playing Lava Golem. I said light monsters and Zivu monsters. I said that. Free Infernoids, they did nothing wrong. Are you joking? Are you joking? There's nothing that did more wrong than Infernoid. For the love of cheese. Free Monster Reborn, I mean... technically makes sense. Guys, we are at the end of these for today. Hope you enjoyed this. For this BANLIST prediction, let's hope tomorrow come anyway. I mean, we'll come straight away, so I can make a video about it and we'll talk about it. Also, guys, as I anticipated, just one thing, as I anticipated, I'm gonna change how membership works for the channel, because I actually thought about something to give to the members. I want the members to be, there's a lot of people that actually did the membership anyway, even if I actually did nothing. Actually, I gave nothing to them, and I feel a little bit of I feel like the content creator to blame because he gives nothing to the people that want to support him more. So I'm gonna change that thing. I just want to notice you. Now from I'm changing this thing in these days. I have to wait for the approval of YouTube, but now becoming a member will actually mean something. I will create some polls during the week where only members can actually vote for the decks we play, the decks we try to spice up, and I will do a couple of things. I will cut the membership options to 2 because I can offer 2 types of advantages. I won't actually, that to be clear, I want to, but of course, no worries, the channel will be always free, like you can keep on watching everything as always, no matter that. I just want people that decide to support a little bit more, I want to be able to give them something, so that's what I will do. And I hope you will enjoy, and you actually, I'm gonna take some feedback from you as well for this. And nothing, guys. Hope you enjoyed this BANLIST prediction. Let me know what you think eventually in the comment section if you didn't have a chance, if you're watching this after the stream ended. Don't forget to leave a like to the stream, please and thank you. Thank you so much to all of you. Also expect streams to happen a little bit more frequently. Not sure if this week, but in the next weeks I could start changing the schedule. Not only on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I could stream a little bit more, depending on how I can handle all of things happening live. And that's it. Eventually I will explain everything in details, even on Discord, so no worries. Yes, Osmo. I'm actually about to end this. Guys, thank you so much to all of you. Again, wish you the best morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time is in your country. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.